Mega, and today I'm going to be teaching a tutorial on continuous leg work and footwork with Dragonstaff, which looks like this. So some things to keep in mind when doing this leg work is you want to try to keep the staff as horizontal as possible for most of what I'll be teaching. If it comes too vertical, then you're going to start losing control of the staff. You also want to try to keep the back of your head all the way down on the floor. This is going to make it a lot easier on your neck. And it actually makes it easier to do the moves. I know it's tempting to raise your neck to look at what you're doing, but try to resist that urge. Trust me, it'll make it easier. Lastly, you can try this with shoes, but I'm typically barefoot when I'm doing this. You also want to pay attention to what kind of pants you're wearing. So you can wear shorts, leg hair might be an issue here. I typically just wear leggings and go for something a little bit more cottony in texture. If you wear something a little bit too slippery, then this might be a bit more difficult for you. So for this first pattern, the transition at the feet is a clasping transition, which looks like this. Okay? So basically you're gonna let the staff roll down one of your shins straight down to the foot, and then you're gonna bring that opposite foot on top. You're gonna give it a rotation to that side as you bring the staff around and transfer it onto the opposite foot. So again, it's traveling down towards the foot. On my right side, I'm bringing this left foot on top, giving it a rotation around, and then letting it travel towards the knee on my left side. I'm going to recenter with the hands. You can do this on both sides. So now I'm going to let it roll down towards my left foot, bring my right foot on top, give it a rotation around to transfer onto my right shin as it travels towards the knee. Okay, so once we have that transition at the feet down, now we need to get the transition at the knee. And so this is what that looks like. Transition at the feet and then at the knee. You can use your hands as much as needed here. I always have my hands ready. Okay, so to do this, again, you're gonna start by letting it roll down your shin towards your foot. So it's rolling on my right shin. I'm gonna bring that left foot on top, let it do its rotation. And now instead of letting it roll towards your knee straight, you're going to let it continue that rotation so that it can do another pivot at the knee. And now it's continuing on the left shin down towards the foot. You're going to be bringing that right foot on top to do your transition at the feet, and then let it do a rotation at the knee so that now again it's traveling down that right shin towards the foot. Left comes on top, transition at the feet, transition at the knee, down that left leg. Right foot on top, rotation, rotation, down the right shin, left foot on top, rotation, rotation, down the left shin, right foot on top, left foot on top.
Time for the slow-mo. Okay, so it's going to travel down the shin. You're going to do your clasping transition at the feet, to transfer it to the opposite shin as it rolls down towards that knee. It's going to do another rotation at the knee. Then you're going to get that second clasping foot ready as it goes back down towards the feet. Do the transition at the feet as it steps down onto that shin and does another rotation around the knee back to the starting position. Remember, you want to try to keep the staff as horizontal as possible. And you can see here that I'm getting that clasping foot ready as it's traveling down the shin, and I'm actually giving the staff a little bit extra momentum with that clasping foot by pushing it towards the foot. So again, here you can see that my left foot's getting ready and it's actually making contact here and pushing it towards that right foot before I do that pivot at the feet.
So second pattern that utilizes the bridge transition. This one's always going to be rotating in the same direction, unlike the last one where we were switching from clockwise to counterclockwise rotation. So here my staff is going to be traveling in a counterclockwise rotation, but I would urge you to practice in both directions. And so to do this, the first transition is going to be a bridge transition instead of the clasping transition. And so to do the bridge transition, again, I'm going to let it start traveling down my shin towards my right foot here. I'm going to bring my left leg underneath into this crossing formation. And then the staff is going to contact my left foot as I bring my right foot out of the way, and now it transitions onto that left shin. You can bring the knees together to let it rotate back around to the right side, down that right shin towards the foot, bring that left foot up into your bridge, and do your transfer onto the left shin. Let it rotate on the knees for now. Back to that right knee, traveling down the shin, into your bridge, onto the left shin. Okay, so that's the bridge transition at the feet. And now to do this as a continuous move, we're going to be doing that bridge transition, and then we're going to be doing the stepping weave on the opposite side. So again here, traveling down my right shin, it's going to come to my ankle, bring that left foot up to meet it. I'm going to get rid of my right foot, and then once it comes back down to your left knee, you're going to let it do a rotation around the knee, and then back down towards the foot on the left side. Now here is where you do your clasping transition and the stepping weave, just like we learned with the first pattern. So here you can put your right foot on top, do your clasping transition, and do a stepping weave down to that right side. And now again, you can go straight back into the bridge transition to come onto the left shin, does a revolution on the knee to come back onto the left shin towards the ankle, and now we can do our clasping transition back to starting. So this is what this looks like full speed. Again, don't be afraid to use your hands if you need to recenter the staff at any point.
Slow-mo time. Okay, so we're loading this on the right side. We're giving it a little bit of a rotation here as we're setting up for the bridge, bringing that left foot underneath so that it can transfer onto the left shin, does a rotation on the knee to change direction back down that left shin towards the foot, and then here we're doing the clasping transition back onto the right side so that it can step and do its weave and rotate around that knee back to the starting position to head straight back into that bridge where the left foot comes underneath, onto the left shin, rotation around the left knee, straight back into the clasping transition and stepping weave on the right side.
Okay, so those are the basics for doing continuous footwork and legwork with Dragonstaff. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, you can combine these two different patterns with each other. You can also incorporate doing extra rotations on the foot every once in a while. And I would challenge you to try incorporating this into your flow by changing levels. So figuring out ways to transition onto the ground and then back up to standing position. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, tag me in any videos, and I will see you next time.